All right, well, hello and welcome back as we are getting ready for the third quarterfinal of the Prism League as we are going to have the Santa Carla Freakz up against the New York Nightmare. Hoping for a good game here. As we'll see, the playoffs haven't been the closest, but I'm hoping this game could break that trend. You can see both of these teams ended at 4 and 5. New York, though, clinching a week earlier after week 8, while Santa Carla took all 9 weeks. At the same time, then, you can see that their last game was against each other, so we can talk about that one. It was a week 9 game. New York were the higher seeded game as they were one game better in their record. Higher seeded team, I should have said there. But despite that, it was a 3-0 for Santa Carla. Now, the main thing to note with that is that neither team had their full roster, and I believe both were subbing in Pixel players. And so, it's hard to value that result much. So, Santa Carla won, and it was pretty one-sided, but neither neither team had their roster, and the game mattered a lot more for Santa Carla. So, end of the day, we'll see how it goes this time. As of course, we've looked at our standings in every game. You can see the top 6 in gold advanced directly to the playoffs, while the next 4 in white had to go through the play-in, and it was the top 2 of them in Arcadia and Miami that made it through to join the top 8. Looking at the quarterfinals so far, as we mentioned, 2 sweeps, both to the high seeds. But we're jumping down to that bottom game, and I'm hoping it could be a little closer. 4 versus 5. These teams kind of similar on the season, but again, we'll get to the stats shortly. As we can check in on our bracket, 2 semifinalists locked in, both on opposite sides, so no semis locked in until after this game, because as you can see, the winner will move on to play up against Chicago, which will be a tough one, but as we said in the Miami series, could be playable just generally, I think that's end of sentence, could be playable. That they are an incredibly tough team because, as we saw against Miami, they will play aggressive and just kind of, like smother you out of the game. But at the same time, with that said, they are a lot more willing to play passive. And so I think for both these teams, there's probably a chance there, or at least a lot more of a chance than they would have if they went up against Hanoi. So, hey, we'll see. And that's a next week problem, because for now, these teams are trying to build the momentum to get there. As, of course, we can look at our stats. Andy and Nate are your key players, and the average is well in favor of Santa Carla with a 5-1 split. Saves are the exception. Also 5-1 on the player averages, with Huntu taking saves and Jared taking saves. Everything else led solely by the key player. So, there you go. The season stats, a lot better for Santa Carla. But I think these two teams are difficult because Santa Carla were for the first 3-4 weeks of the season, it seemed like Santa Carla might be part of a top 4. But then they just kind of got beat by each of the top teams and fell down towards the middle. But then they really struggled to clinch, even top 6. So, of course, they make the move to bring in Jam as well. It felt like it's probably a roster upgrade, but then the chemistry has felt maybe a little bit more shaky. So, just all around, it feels like Santa Carla are a team that could contend, but just haven't had it. And so I think they have the potential. They have been better on the season. They can show it again with a win here, but we're going to need to see it. Similarly, on the other side, I'd say the main problem for New York has been showing up. That when they have had their roster, they have been dangerous, even taking a win off Calgary. But at the same time, they've had several games where pretty much each member of their roster has not been present. And then we have also seen games where they have lost to Havana, who struggled all season. So New York are a really difficult team to look at because it feels like they have the potential to contend and maybe be upset watch against the best. But we have also seen them struggle and fall against some of the lower teams. And so, obviously, playoffs, if the game's going to happen, they are all going to be here. And in fact, they're in the lobby, so they are. So, there's problem one. But now we need to see how they play. We need to see if they can compete. And that's really both these teams. Like we said, they're both a little bit inconsistent. They're both trying to find their way into a strong performance here. And I think for whoever makes it through, we are, of course, going to have these same questions of, first of all, can they compete at all against Chicago? And second of all, even if they show up well in this series, that doesn't guarantee they will show up well in the next series. But at the very least, that's an extra game of confidence and hope heading into that one. As we do have everyone in call for both teams. Only one team in the lobby so far, but I imagine they should be joining here shortly, hopefully, probably. So we're just waiting on that briefly. As far as a prediction, it's rough. I'm going to go Santa Carla in 6. That's a 4-2. Like I said, I think if Santa Carla are struggling, I could see New York taking this one. I could see a 7-game series, but I feel like, honestly, one of the most likely outcomes is that one team is playing well, one team isn't playing well, and it's a more one-sided one in that team's favor. So, it's hard to say. It's difficult. I just have to say I think I favor Santa Carla, and that's where we'll put this, So, again, we are just waiting on one of our teams to join in, and then as soon as that happens, we should be good. And again, I'm hoping that wouldn't be too long. I mean, just based on their Discord statuses, they aren't in a game. And Friends List agrees. So, yeah, hopefully we get people in the lobby. I think that's kind of what we're aiming for here. Yeah, because I don't know. Well, we are just kind of pausing here. So try to keep talking so that we don't have to, while we're waiting, which now that I say this, they're going to insta join. Why don't we go to this? Because there's a lot more to talk about here. Because obviously it's a big bracket. And I think the bot side of the bracket, that bottom half, is definitely the half of death. That Hanoi are maybe still the favorite. Then at the same time, Calgary, another one very much in that conversation. And then Lincoln, a team who have also been at the top of the standings. That Lincoln-Calgary very well could be a bloodbath. Then the winner of that has to play Hanoi. Then the winner of that almost certainly has to play Chicago. So, it's just a really difficult path to make it through. But I think it's safe to say that if one of those bottom half teams wins it, they will have deserved it. And there's not much else you can say about that. On the other side, though, Chicago should definitely be favored. Okay. I would have... Okay. So apparently we're having tech issues for a player on Santa Carla. I would have probably liked communication on that because I knew they were in call, but I had no clue. It very easily could have turned into a forfeit because they just didn't say anything and wouldn't have said anything. Yeah. I mean, I think if you go by strength of roster, probably anyone on the bottom half, barring maybe Lincoln, should be stronger than Chicago. But at the same time, I think playstyle wise, Chicago can counter both Lincoln and Hanoi, as we've seen. And I think they can also counter Calgary. Although, as we saw in the regular season, Calgary can also counter Chicago. And so that's why, like, in the, I think it was last night's game, I say singular, one of last night's games, we started talking, like, because we said, like, past the first round, there won't be as many sweeps. But where I'm at with literally this entire Prism bracket from here on out, barring this game, which I do think is closer, I think literally I have no clue which of the two teams is going to win, but I could see whichever one does win sweeping it, because they mostly swept each other in the regular season. And, like, that's just kind of how these matches have gone. I mean, I didn't say that. I don't know. I mean, I'm believing in us. I think it's tough, right? As, okay, now we have everyone in. So again, just to reiterate, we were waiting because, I don't know. I assume that's Jam. I just want to make sure that a name is in name changes, because I don't know. If it's not, then I'm going to tell him to put it there. But, you know, so we're going to go to this quickly. So now we have everyone in. We're just making sure we get a name change so that everyone is reflected. And then we'll be good to jump into this one. So again, there was a little bit of a delay because when I messaged at... okay, it is? Cool. I just, like, I see when people put things there, and then I don't know. But, okay, it's in there. Okay. Yep, the name change is in there. But, like, as I was saying, and we'll intro this game, then we'll get back to it as we start, hopefully when there's a chance. But now we get underway. It's Santa Carla in blue and New York in orange. And Huntu is not moving. What? His controller DC'd, I'm so sure of it. God. What are we doing? What is going on? I'm going to take that as a sign to pause. Okay. Cool. I mean, it has to stand because no one called it. I'm just going to type to them real quick. Okay. Cool. I think we have I think we're good. But Huntu crashed, obviously. And so now we have to wait on him to reset and get back in. But yeah. Yeah, I mean... Okay, so we are just waiting on Huntu to get back in. And then we're going to have to reset from kickoff, whatever. Shouldn't be that bad. But, yeah, I think the Prism playoffs is tough. Because I mean, we've seen rough series out of Calgary. And obviously, Calgary are not practiced because Matt has been on vacation for like a month. And so we could see rough play out of them. And I think Lincoln if we play to our potential, like if we play a good series, can beat any of these teams, especially if they have a bit of an off day. But at the same time, we have struggled to do that. And so I think it seems like it's going to be a good game. Because, I mean, like, we've scrimmed each other. It's been a while. But, like, when we did scrim each other, it was pretty much whichever team scored first would control and win that entire game. If we scored first, we would pressure them the entire time. If they scored first, they would push us into our half the entire time. And so it really just depends. Now, I think at least like the second scrim we did, we won the scrim. But it was literally just back and forth. Like, we pretty much traded every other game. Yeah, okay, Vice. But I think we scrimmed them twice. And we, like... Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Vice. Like, I think we scrimmed each other twice. And I think we would have won more games out of it. But it was back and forth, like, the whole time. So there was obviously it's scrims, and there was no clear this team was better. It was literally just whoever scored first got the win and was able to control it. And so it is just going to come down to which of our teams is playing cleaner and is able to take control of it, you know? So obviously that'll be a tough series. Then we get past that. We've seen Lincoln Hanoi, that Hanoi were able to just out-pressure them, just outspeed them, take advantage of some mistakes, and win that series, although they did give up a game. But we haven't seen Hanoi Calgary, and so it's hard to say how that one goes, especially because Calgary are a team that want pressure, and Hanoi are a team that just want to take advantage of their speed and just make you awkward, or take advantage of you hesitating at all. And so that's an interesting dynamic, because I don't know if the roster of Calgary is going to be able to raw outspeed Hanoi like we saw from Chicago. But at the same time, I think they are a strong enough pressure that they can make them awkward. And so that's just going to be an interesting game if it happens. But we'll see. And then the finals, we've seen both of those matchups, but it just comes down to how Chicago plays and everything. And so now while we've been stalling, we do have everyone back in. And so I'm asking for ready checks. One team is good. I'm going to make sure New York are good. And then as soon as we do that, again, I'm going to make sure... Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is unpause to get a new kickoff. Then we're going to do that. And now we're going to go. Okay, cool. We got gameplay. No pit cop. That's not how that's going to go. Code now trying to pass it around. Andy trying to drop it down. Able to get a bump. Jared really awkward here, but Nate's able to get it away off the line. Huntu now is there, but it's rolled across. Code trying to take control, looking for the play away. Jam will let it go by. Andy now getting back up, doubles it down. Huntu also dove. That does leave Jam as last. You go for a shot. It's saved on the line. Andy's follow pings off the post, but Jam gets it home. And it's 1-all. 1-1. After the DC to start, Santa Carla have had all the pressure, and they get the goal back. I mean, Vice, the thing is, Hanoi's entire playstyle is that they just dive at everything as fast as they possibly can. And so if you're hesitating at all, then they will be there, and they will just somehow hit the shot or get the touch that turns into a pass into whatever. And so they end up playing a similar sort of like pressure play forward, but it's just because they outspeed. And so, as we'll pause for a second because Nate has a shot, and it's 2-1. Andy just too heavy on that touch. It centers out to Nate, and there's no one covering the net. So Nate shoots it forward. See, exactly, Vice. And that's where I say it's an interesting game. Because I wonder if their speed won't let you get that control, or if your control can make them awkward. Because the way Chicago beat them, as another miss, but Andy's able to get this one saved away. The way Chicago beat them is because Hallow was able to outspeed them, which forced them to play defense, and they looked really awkward on defense. As that's a fantastic shot by Jared. It's 3-1. Jared, just a shot from the sidewall, finds an angle, and New York rebuilding their lead, now up by 2. And then the way we made them awkward was basically the same thing. Like, with regular season Hanoi, the way you made it difficult for them was basically just clear the ball downfield. Because then they had to take the time to reset and try to play it, and then they couldn't just play their dive forward in game, you know? This one up towards the back wall, bouncing down, looking for a double, but it's cleared away. So, like, obviously, Hallio's saying they could adjust play differently, and that's probably true. But from what we've seen, the way to beat Hanoi is to play offense against them. And so, hold on, because it's Jared again. That's a hat trick, and that's 4-1. And so, obviously, that plays into exactly what Calgary want. I just wonder if they'll be able to get that. But, again, we'll have to see if that game even happens. I mean, basically, a little bit. Exactly, Vice. But you need to get into offense first. Because your guys' thing also, as I said several times, is that obviously it's a small sample size, and I believe you can do it, but you guys focus more on just force the ball forward, hold your pressure, make them awkward. Versus Hanoi are just speed, win the ball, get it forward. And so I wonder if you guys having to be more controlled and careful and like just building that pressure over time, Hanoi wouldn't allow you to do that, and so therefore the threat wouldn't be the same. But again, we haven't seen the matchup, and so it's all speculation. But focusing back in here because we have an absolute shootout in game 1. It's 4-2. The lead cut back down to 2 as Huntu gets another one across the line. See, exactly, Vice. I feel like waiting is kind of the one thing you couldn't do against Hanoi in the season. But obviously, if you're smart about it, I'm sure you could work out something good out of it. It just comes down to how the game goes. And this one's passed across. Huntu across. Andy now able to find a 50 down. Now Code trying to play it forward. Jared's there. Maybe a goal steal, but it's 4 for Jared, and it's 5-2 for the Nightmare. Oh, 100%, yeah. It is a 3-goal lead again as New York look dominant here on Manfield. Now bouncing towards the net, though I think it went just wide off the post. Huntu trying to pass it away. Nate is there. Code now look for a back pass. Andy will turn, but Nate will get there first. Now up the left side. Jam looking to get it downfield. Dunk by Jared, but it's caught by Huntu. Nate, though, another dunk the other way. I'd probably say 4-2. And with the way it's looking right now, hey, maybe New York are just better. I don't know. I mean, it's just hard to predict a series goes to 7. But we'll see. Nate now landing under it. Up the left wall again. Nate looking to center it out. Andy now banging it down to the corner. See, like, I think I agree, Vice, but also New York are so inconsistent, and Santa Carla have had their moments that they can be a really good team. We just haven't seen it that much. So, Code across. And I think by saying it like that, I feel like is understating, at the very least, Jam, if not both him and Huntu. But I think it's been a bit of a chem thing. I mean, Halio, yes, but neither team had their full roster, and I think they both played with Pixels. And to be fair, I think Bacon played on New York and was the best. No, Vice. They played each other in week 9, but they both were playing with Pixels. And Bacon was the best player on New York in that series. As Jared looks for a reset, tries to pass it back. Now Andy on a catch, looking for a flick forward. And I think Santa Carla played with JXL. Now over to the corner, Code trying to bring it down. It'll fall to Jared. He'll pop it downfield, but either way, the clock strikes 0, and New York strike first. They will take the first game of the series after a long delay, as they will outshoot them 8-6, and they'll get 3 extra goals out of it in a pretty clean 5-2 win. And so as we look forward now towards game number 2, Santa Carla just need to find more control into this one. No, I agree. I also think, like Jam has said before, that it doesn't feel like the team works together very well. Like, I think Jam probably, like, squarely, objectively, like, as a player, probably individually is the word, is probably an upgrade over Banks. But I think the team hasn't flowed very well. Because Banks, like, was a lot of demos, was a lot of defense. And since they've made the change, they've kind of struggled, you know? As Andy drops this one down off the ceiling. Code trying to pop it up in the air. Jam. I'm trying to remember that that's Jam as we go. This one over to the right side again now. Andy up in the air. It's a double demo by Huntu. This one awkward by Nate. Jam is there. And there's a goal for the Freakz. 1-0. They take their first lead of the series with first blood in game 2. Oh, no, that's fair. Yeah. That's fair, Halio. I think just... I know the team isn't working great with Jam, and it feels like it was maybe working better with Banks. That's all I'm observing, you know? This one's off the left wall. Nate trying to jump out it, gets it down. Jam low boost, able to pop it up in the air. Now drop down, that one almost in, but Jam's able to flip back in front of it. It isn't given the save, but had one on the play nonetheless. Now Nate trying to play it away. Jared trying to jump up. I mean, to be fair, Jay, the crash happened and they conceded a goal because of it, but then they immediately tied it up and still got outscored 4-1 after that. And they're gonna get another goal here, though, so it is a much better start to this game as it's 2-0. Jam passes it across. Andy dives in. Huntu also trying to go, but he was well behind the play and wasn't needed. And so now 2-0. Santa Carla add to their lead. This one cleared. Andy will save it away. Now off the right wall. Jam out towards Code. He'll bang it forward. Now off the back wall again. Andy will send it long downfield. Now off the back wall. Jared trying to get it away. Andy up off the backboard. 2 players dive. No one hits it, but it's open for Andy. He floats it in, and it's 3-0. We have flipped the script on game 1. As it's Santa Carla running away with game 2. Yeah, I was there for 2 seasons. This one downfield. Nate trying to follow it up. Dunked off the corner again, dropping down. No, Jay, wait, exactly. This one down to the corner again. Huntu trying to keep control. He'll go up towards the ceiling. Everyone awkward here, but Andy's able to jump in the way for it. Now Huntu, but it's saved by Jared this time. Bouncing away. Jam off the left wall again. Jam just trying to make it awkward here as Andy's able to get in the way for a 50, so it worked out pretty well, but they aren't able to get a shot on target from it. Huntu now around the outside again, look for a pass down. Jam is there, but Nate is there first. Nate now following it up, can't get another touch. Jared thinking about going, but Jam's able to cut in front of it. Jared now leaves it back to Code. Code off the corner, but it's cut off by Andy. No boost to his name, but he wins the next 50 as well. Trying to follow this one. It'll be Huntu to go, but that touch not great by Nate. Fortunately for him, Code is there to follow it. I wasn't, but Kilo is the manager, so yeah. Yeah, Kilo, I believe, traded for me in Season 2 and drafted me in Season 3, so I was there for both of those. But Season 1 was the season when, yeah, that was when Boomer predicted them to win, and then they missed playoffs. Nate trying to get it around the outside, looking for a dish maybe, but Andy's able to jump in front of him. Emma will remove Jared. Code left alone to continue the attack here, but will be forced to back pass it, so that'll be a reset. But Jared trying to bang it forward again, but only jam there. Yeah, you're right, Yami. I mean, you're not wrong. As Andy doubles it, and it's always to build a super team. It's never like a, oh, chem move, whatever. It's always, no, this is just a super team move. Now wide again. Jam trying to follow it down the sideline. Code following it up again. Now pass across. Jam looking for Andy, but a bit too strong, and Andy can't read it. Nate now waiting. He'll jump up. He'll get a light touch forward, but Jam's able to jump in the way of this one. He'll win a 50 forward. Now 1v1 against Code, but Code gets the touch. Now on the sidewall, it's Jared to clear it downfield. Nate in the air, but it's cut off before it gets there. Now down towards the net. Code makes another save, but while we've gone back and forth, the time has continued to fall. Now only 30 seconds left to go. It's still a 3-0 lead. And as it runs down, Santa Carla looked outclassed in game number 1, but they'll give them the same treatment in game 2. And it will be a tied up series. Andy looking for another here. Wouldn't have got down to it. Almost got a dunk, but it'll get by him as Jared will poke it up the corner next. Nate trying to jump up. Jared diving as well, but Jam gets clear anyway. Code, though, the shot. That'll snipe the top right corner. And so New York will fight back. They will get one on the board, but only 5 seconds to go. It is possible, but it feels surely too little too late. As this kickoff assumedly will run the clock down lower and be able to kill it. Huntu gets it out to the side. That will force triple zeros. And so as soon as it finds the ground here, which it will, Santa Carla find themselves with a tied up series. Now a best of 5. But we'll see where we can go from here as the Freakz outshoot them 9-6 and outscore them 3-1. So triple the goals, not quite triple the shots, but still a good bit more pressure in the end. And so as we look forward to Urban Central for game number 3, we've seen each team dominate. We'll see if we see one do it again, or if we maybe finally see a closer series as we now load in game number 3. Of course, not as impactful in a best of 7 as in a best of 5, but it'll give one team the advantage nonetheless. So let's see which team can get it done. I should also note that before this, Arcadia versus Havana was the only non-sweep game of the Prism postseason. But with this game being tied up 1-1, we're guaranteed to have at least 5 games, so we've avoided that. But we'll see how far we go. As this one's shot by Andy, and it just goes in. I wasn't sure if it was wide, but it makes its way through. And Santa Carla add another goal to take another early lead. Scored the first 3 of the last game. We'll see if they can put on a similar run, or if New York can do what teams haven't been consistently able to do and actually find a quick equalizer to keep this a closer game. Andy looking for a pass out, but no one's going to be there for it. Code now looking for a double. Huntu able to force the challenge, but Jared will still be there nonetheless. Jared, another double out to the left wall. Code diving across early, rolls it back to the corner, but Andy will let it go and take control from there. Now a big 50, that's on target. Jared will save, Andy's still there. Pass to Huntu, but Nate gets in the way. He saves it away, and it stays a 1-0 lead. Andy now another bang forward, but Code's able to drop it down off the side. Andy now waiting under it, but it's dunked away by Code. Looking for another one. Off the back wall once again. Nate looking for a shot. It's a high one, but Jam has plenty of time to jump for it. Jam now off the ceiling again. Andy trying to get it off the back wall. Jared now able to pinch it across. Huntu up in the air again. Jam looking for the touchdown. That one up high. Huntu trying to leave it. Now it's Jam to pop it up. Huntu lets that one go. Nate now just trying to take his time with it. He will get over one, but Andy's there to keep the pressure on. 2 minutes played, still only that one goal on the board. And it's still a lead holding for Santa Carla, as that's maybe a little bit of luck, but they win at pinball today, and it's a tie game. Code gets credit, as it 50s between Jam and Jared right back into him, and it somehow rolls in. One to one, it's parity here in game 3. And New York finally somehow find a way to tie this one up. But now the question becomes, who can score next? Who can take that next lead? Code looking for a drop-down touch. Huntu, though, uncontested, essentially. Now Andy trying to take over. It'll get by Code down into the corner. Andy with the boost steal. Nate with a bit of a miss, but Jared had time to help him out and get the clear. Now Jared looking for a pinch. It's out to Nate, and Nate takes the lead. 2-1, New York. It pinches out off a Santa Carla player again, and Nate has an absolute bullet to give the Nightmare the advantage. 2 minutes left to go now. Code trying to send it off the side wall. New York have taken they've taken control. They have the advantage, but will they hold it, or can Santa Carla steal control back? And they're looking for a touch across. See, it's a little, still trying to find words for like the advantage or whatever, but it's a lot easier than when I'm casting Daytona, because then if I say control, I'm making a pun accidentally, and I don't want to do that. This one's pinched all the way across. It'll bounce out off the left corner. Andy's already there, but he doesn't have the read for the touch. Jam now up the left wall again, trying to get a touchdown. Andy, the back pass. Huntu's there, but he can't get over it. It skies up high, and New York hold their lead. Now Nate on it yet again, looking for the high pop. A couple players there, but the shot isn't on target. I just want you guys to know I'm ignoring the chat, and that's my only comment. This one down off the back wall again. Huntu trying to get it back off the corner. He will get the read, but he's dunked by Jared. Now caught to the side again. Jam up the right wall, looking for another clear downfield. Andy will jump in. Fake down low. It goes in. It's a tie game. All right, I'm going to have to mute, unfortunately. I have no idea what we just witnessed. That was really funny, Colbum. I started talking as you sent that message. But I don't know what we just witnessed, but everyone flew by it and somehow it bounced in. 35 seconds left to go, and we are tied up at 2 again. Jam trying to drop it down again. Nate over to the sidewall once again, looking for a pass. He'll try to slow it down, but Huntu's on it. Now off the back wall again, rolling down. Huntu the pinch in front. Now Jared trying to follow it up again. This one popped out high in the air. Andy not able to get anything on that. Nate now downfield. Jared's there, but Huntu gets the block. Code on it next. Time running down. Big 50. Big goal. Code takes the lead for New York. 3, 2. Nate sets it up. Code sends it home. And New York take a late lead. Time will run to 0. Nate will drop it. And the Nightmare take the series advantage. They outshoot them 7-5. And with it, they get that extra goal. They somehow avoid OT. And they now will play from in front, one game closer to a semi-final appearance. Of course, Santa Carla, plenty of breathing room. Need to drop 4 to be eliminated here. But, I mean, New York, at least in the odd games, have just seemed to have that extra advantage, and they've just felt that little bit more dangerous. Obviously, Santa Carla had game 2, so we know it is there. But at the same time, I've made my comment and I will make no more. At the same time, though, we just haven't seen that continue into games 1 or 3. It's felt like they're trying to fight for a clear, or even when they have it downfield, the shot is just off target. They just aren't able to get anything down. There's a double demo, but still the ball ends up in their corner. Now it will go back the other way. Jared trying to follow it again. Nate now a catch out of the corner. Now popped up in the air. Jared looking for another touch. Andy up to the ceiling again. Code another 50 straight down. He'll try to dive back at it, but Jam will get it the other way. Now it pops up off Huntu. Andy trying to get it the other way. Went for a reset. Did get it looks like. Couldn't hear it from out there. Code now behind it again. Around the outside. Huntu off the back wall. Now 50'd away by Jared. Andy not able to get there. Jam left a little bit awkward here. Just gets one touch. That'll set up Nate, but Nate gives it right back. Jam now looking for another clear. Okay. Come on, we can't do that. I can't commit that hard to the bid. Nate now trying to pop it away again. Jared looking for another 50. Now out to the right side again. Nate looking to play it slow as he has so many times, but just can't get a piece of it. Code, though, looking to follow this one, but Jam gets in the way again. Jared now off the left wall. This one's off the corner. Now down off the back wall. Jared not able to get a piece of it. That one up high, and Nate will save to the other side again. Now 2 minutes played. Still 0 goals on the board. We've been back and forth, but neither team just able to find that goal to break through. Jam now off the back wall. Andy trying to pop it out to the side again. Now dropping down. Nate up in the air, looking for a reset, trying to force it forward, but can't get a good touch. Andy now the other way, but Code's able to get another dunk. Now off the corner again. Jared can't get it. Huntu gets the first goal of the game. It's first blood to the Santa Carla Freakz. And now New York will need to find control back. On the verge of dropping back to a tied-up series, but still half the game left to go. Plenty of time for the Nightmare, but that finds Andy, and it's Code who makes the big save. Another touch, able to pop it up in the air. Huntu trying to get it forward. Andy off the crossbar, but Jam just a little bit too far away. Jared now under it, a flick forward off the bar, 50'd back away. Now off the sidewall again. Huntu looking for another dunk. Now it's Jam off the left wall. Andy trying to clear it forward. Has the double, but can't get it on target again. Now down off the ceiling, Code trying for another one, but it's just another giveaway. New York have no control, and they've conceded again. 2-0. It's a multi-goal Santa Carla lead. It feels like every time New York try to clear it downfield, they just give the ball back, or they don't get a follow-up shot, or they just can't turn it into pressure. Everything gets cleared the other way, and eventually the Nightmare defense is breaking apart. 90 seconds left to go now, down by 2. Nate has a chance. He'll get one back. 2-1. That is an important goal for New York, and it could be their window back into the series, or like back into the game. Important to remember, they're still leading the series because this series has been so back and forth, bordering on bipolar. Each game has gone back and forth, dominated by one team and then the other. This game has been Santa Carla's turn, but only up by 1 for now. So with 1 minute left to go, still a chance for the Nightmare to tie it up, but they're stuck on their goal line again. Jared a 50 up to the ceiling. He'll look to follow it up. He's given a bit of space, but then it's immediately shut down. Huntu's there. Code will get a dunk out to the side. Jam, a pop. That's going the wrong way. Andy is there first, but Code wins the race. New York tie it up again. 2-2. Andy a bit too slow, and Code is just faster. Time running down, and once again, it is late game heroics for the Nightmare. Now Santa Carla, the ones who might begin to feel the pressure. If they can't pick this game back up soon, if they can't get the next goal, they might be facing match point. Andy trying to jump up for it. It's a giveaway back to Nate. He'll send it across. Code off the left wall. It falls to Andy. Huntu already up. Back to Jam. Jam off the backboard. Double in. Santa Carla take the lead. The inverse of game 3. And the Freakz 4 seconds away from a tied series. Still time for a kickoff. Played forward, but it's only controlled by the blue side. Nate pops it up, but there's 2 players there. Jam keeps it deep in the Nightmare half. Huntu diving in next. That stays up, but it's in front of the wrong net. Jam just trying to force it down. It's still in the air, but it's not going anywhere. Coda touch. That will fall. Santa Carla bring things level. By the way, Halio, I've thought about it a little bit. Like, that's not a bad idea. But, I mean, you know. As Santa Carla outshoot them 8-4, they double their shots, and they get that 1 extra goal in the final moments. And just like that, we head to the Aquadome on an even level. We're guaranteed to go at least 6, but who will claim match point first? Will we seesaw right back the other direction to give it to New York? Or can Santa Carla break the trend and push themselves ahead? Fresh 5 minutes on the clock. Which side will get it done? There's also a VOD. Now down off the ceiling again. Off the back wall again, dropping down. Jared trying to pass it away. You're right, nice. Not about, I said that before you sent that last message, by the way, just to clarify. Andy trying to follow this one up, finds Jam, it's off the post! Nope, I was before that one, by the way, just timing, there's a delay on the stream, fun fact. This one's forward, off the back wall again, Code over to the side wall. Andy now up off the backboard again, Code another one cleared out. I don't know if they will, I'm gonna be honest. See, this is a situation where you could put Twitch chat on screen because then you would see it hadn't come through yet, but you know. This one's off the corner. Jam, another one up high. Huntu trying to clear it away. Nate, another catch over to the right wall. Trying to pop it up. Nate, another shot. This one forward, dunked out wide. Jared forward again. I don't disagree, Halio, especially because it'll go on the YouTube and there is no Twitch chat on that. So I do agree. That's a pretty good idea. Jared trying to play it across. Andy over to the right side again. Nate now. Trying to drop it down. Jam not able to connect on it. Jared, another one cleared away again. Huntu up the right wall. Nate looking for a clear. We're back to a very similar situation to the last game. Almost 2 minutes gone here. Still 0-0 on the scoreboard. Listen, if it was that situation, Cola, we could have gone emote only or timed all of you out a long time ago. Just so you know. Let it play out, but I don't know if we want this VOD. You know? This one's out to the sidewall. Andy trying to clear it away. No, no, Jay, not today. Not this time. Just so you guys know the type of mod Jay is, we were talking about how Miami took a timeout yesterday, and Jay just randomly timed out links for no reason. Like, just why? And this one's over to the sidewall again. Jared trying to wait behind it. Huntu now a big 50 downfield. Now out off the back wall. Jam trying to pop it away. Andy down off the ceiling. Now out towards the corner again. This one bouncing away. I mean, that would delete the chats, but you know. Now off the left wall again. Huntu trying to get it away. Andy will end up on it. He'll play down into the corner. Now down off the ceiling. This one popped back away. Code trying to get away. I mean, to be fair, usually it's better to cast when there are people in the chat because you can like interact with it and do like have conversations and whatever. But before we talk about that, it's 1-0 New York. They'll get the first goal of the game. 102 seconds left to go. This one across. Yeah. It's nice to have people in the chat because, you know, it's like conversations and whatever. Yeah, during this series, it's been a little bit hard because it's so off topic that it's like a little bit distracting, you know, you could say. It's just like trying to, like I'm reading the chat, but then I'm casting the series, and those two things are diametrically opposed. As Jared's playing it up the right wall, looking for another touch out. Huntu's there. Now up in the air again. Nate trying to drop it down. This one played across. Jam not able to get a piece of it. Now off the left side again. Andy is there. 50 seconds left to go. Santa Carla need to find an equalizer if they want a chance to take match point here. But the time continues to run down, and it's another clear away for Jared. Code now in the air again, dropping it back down. It's also like, it's hard to balance it because obviously if the VOD exists, like on Twitch, you can watch back the VOD, and if I'm talking to chat, you can look at the chat, whatever. But when I upload it to YouTube, there's no Twitch chat. And so that's why I try to like sometimes say like, this person asked about this and answer it. Because, you know, if anyone watches this back anytime after 2 weeks later, they just lose all of that context. So it's a bit of a hard balance. And this one's played away again off the left wall, but it's won by Nate. It's open for Jared, and that will be the one to secure the game. 2-0 with 3 seconds left to go, and New York are gonna take match point. The clock runs to 0. It will find the ground, and the New York Nightmare are 1 game away from a semifinal berth. They tie in shots 8-8, but they find the 2 extra goals and they shut out their opponents. By the way, it is a timeout called by Pit Cop, which is, you know, it feels like BM, but whatever. We'll go with it. So, sure, I guess. As I make sure I save everything correctly while we're here. I need to go map 6. Okay. So we have a timeout. So we gotta wait. But so I'll let them know that. And then I'll again let them know when it runs out. But yeah, so we will wait through this timeout. And this is a chance, you know, you would assume Santa Carla would call timeout. But Pitt wants to have fun, I guess. So we're going. Why, Jay? What does that mean and why? Well, I mean, not what does that mean, but just why. So that's so true, Halio. I mean, who would possibly go off topic in such a way? Even though he's still on topic. So true. Can we get a mod? As we have 50 seconds left to go here. And I mean, it just feels like, I mean, first of all, again, we have been alternating, you know? It's based on the trend. This should be a Santa Carla game win. So honestly, this is a very good timeout by Pit Cop because they have to find out how to get this win, right? Because the odd games have gone to New York, the even games have gone to Santa Carla. And so Santa Carla are actually the favorites for this game. And so New York need to take their time out to make sure they know their plan and can actually get themselves back into this one. Anyway, while we're doing conspiracy theories, the time will run down, and so I'll let them know that we're good to go. And we will jump back in. Game number 6. Just the second time in the Prism postseason, the 3rd overall. But will we go to Champions Field for the first time, or will New York ice the series? This one off the corner. See, Vice, you don't have to worry about that because I'm not playing next season. On to now off the left wall. Nate trying to play it forward. Now over to the other side again. Now double down again. Off the corner, bouncing away. Jared letting that one go. Now towards the net, but it's blocked out to the side. Off the post yet again. Jam now trying to clear it away. I mean, maybe Hella, right? Like the team's good, so I probably won't like make the first team, but I'll probably try. This one out towards the side. Jared trying to wait under it. Penn State, Hella. Nate trying to play it forward. Has the double. Yeah, exactly, Hella. And it's 1-0 for New York. No, I know Hallow. Listen, I've lurked in shift court a lot. He is a myth. He is mythology in that server. Jam trying to play it away. Andy sending it downfield again. Jared now getting in more control. Andy looking for a 50 out. Jared just going to play it across the goal line. A little bit scary there, but doesn't end up getting punished, although Jam's there, but it's another big save by Jared. Huntu now wide on the follow-up, but Jam's there to stay with it. out from the corner, and he's there. Tie game. 1-1. Santa Carla find their response. Jam trying to drop this one down. It's off the right side. Centered out again. Code out off the corner. Jared trying to play it away. Now out off the left wall. And he's on it. He'll win the race. He will find the goal. It's 2-1. See, I don't remember the third, but that duo is nightmare fuel, Hallow. Those two names strike fear. Two to 1. This one now 50 away again. I know they did something I can find. Andy now ending up on this one, but just ends up driving by it. Now out off the side again. Huntu trying to follow it around. Oh, the roster that's on Wikipedia is Entry, Kiliex, and Evan. So I don't know if that was him with a change name or something. I don't know, but whatever. This one played away. Clear around the outside. Nate now looking for another clear. Andy will play it out to the right side. He'll look for a double. He'll find it down into the corner. Two players waiting. Jared, an awkward touch, but he'll get the follow-up 50. Under half the game left to go here. Santa Carla still holding their lead. This one off the post, but Jam can only leave it. Now the other way. Andy, another one 50 out off the corner. Code is there, but it goes up high. Now out off the post yet again. Nate still trying to follow this one, gets it away. I mean, no, Cole Bob. No. It would be weird if I did, really. Yeah, this one's off the back wall again. Because, like, there'd be no way for it, you know? I mean, that's fair, Vice, but, like, I mean, maybe if you have, like, high school esports, that could be a route to it, but I don't know. This one's cleared downfield again. Andy will have the catch. Now we're on the outside. Yeah, which, like, fair, because they're, like, actually pro. But focusing back in on this, it's tied up 2-2. Code finds the read and just gets a free shot as it gets pinched away. Okay, fair. Well, at least one of the two was for a time. You know? Jared trying to wait under again. There's a flick. That exactly. Depends where you put the bar. Jam trying to play it around. Now this one centered out. Huntu out to the left wall. Andy trying to play it away. He was on like DVS and stuff, right? Jared up the side wall. Huntu trying to center it around. Looking for a 50 down. It falls on the line. It's over. Andy Jam's there, but it's saved away. Code now trying to break away. Because I remember those types of squads. A while. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I kind of like those squads, but you know. Jam looking for a 50. Now bouncing up high. Huntu trying to clear it away. Andy waiting under it. He'll get it down the sideline again. Now Andy around the outside. Nate looking for another clear away. Huntu will be under it. He'll look for the 50. He'll go all the way back to the corner. 20 seconds left to go here. One more goal could spell the end of the series if New York can find it. Or one the other way could send us the distance for the first time in the postseason. Final 10 seconds. Andy down off the back wall. Jared will try to save, but it's popped right back in off the corner. There's a miss. And there's OT. I want to say the first overtime of the series, and it matters absolutely. Code trying to dive in, 51 by Jam. It's Andy. This series is not done yet. we will play one last game as Andy gets the read and sends us the distance. They outshoot them 9-7. And they get that one extra goal when it matters. And so it's one more map queued up. For the first time we've gone here all postseason, the first time since week 9 of the regular season, we roll on to Champions Field. Game number 7. Both of these teams played 9 weeks. Both of them ended with the exact same record. And now only one game will separate them. And it's Nate to start, but it's off the post and cleared away. So close, but it won't cut it. And now Jared has control, and he'll fake around 2. Looking to cut up, looking for a pass, but he can't get there now. It's a double commit, and it's off the post and in. Code gets the goal, and it's 1-0 for New York. I thought it was wide again, but it just barely has the angle to sneak through. "30 seconds in. And it's a lead for the Nightmare. Odd number games have been in their favor, so Santa Carla battling against the grain here. And they're gonna need a change. They're gonna need something to flip the momentum. Andy looking for the reset, but it's saved away by Code. Now Andy maybe a little bit awkward on that touch. Huntu just gonna get cleared away by Nate. Now off the sidewall, Andy trying to wait back, he'll get a catch, trying to move it across, but Jared will get a 50. That could set up Nate, but he's 50'd by Huntu. Now off the sidewall again, dropping down to Jam, he'll get it down to the corner. Jared trying to clear it away, Andy will drop it down again, but it's just free for Nate again. Jam's play right to Code, Code slowing it down, he'll beat 1. Andy pops it up, Huntu gets bumped off it. Nate is alone, but the shot is easy to save, and New York will hold their lead. Santa Carla now kind of abandoning the ball here. Jam's touch isn't great either. Huntu trying to take it away, almost ends up centering it, but it'll go far enough, and Andy's able to get something more concrete. Nate now above this one. Jam will get one touch, looking to follow it. Now 50 back the other way. Now up in the air yet again, looking for a pass across. Andy to clear away. Nate playing it forward. Now a double commit, but it falls to Andy. The flick is high. Jam trying to set it up, but there's no one there. Santa Carla are still scoreless in this game. Andy now to clear the other way. It'll get down off the side wall. 50 back yet again. Huntu trying to send it downfield. Now up to the back wall. Jared trying to play it back. Dunked back in by Code. Bouncing on the line. Nate is beat by Huntu, but it's a light clear sitting at midfield until Andy's able to push it down. Jared trying to pop it the other way. It's Jam to stall it, but Huntu gets beat. Andy's awkward. Jared blocked by Jam again. Under half the game left to go. The same scoreline still holding, but there's the mistake. And Code doubles the lead. Huntu just bangs it off the side wall. No one covers the net, and it's an easy play for Code and for the Nightmare. Just over 2 minutes left, and there's the response. Santa Carla put it back within 1. Two minutes to play, and they will not go down that easy. Yeah, bro got like philosophical or something. I don't know. Code now around the corner. Huntu low on boost, leaves it to Andy. Andy, that's not a great touch. That's just a giveaway to Nate. Huntu now looking for a clear. He'll get it down towards the backboard. I mean, yeah, for the most part. I mean, like, especially, like, statistically, you're not wrong. As Jared tries to play it away. Now finds a flick. That's over to Nate. Where is Jam? He's stuck on the post. And it's free for Nate. It's 3-1. Jam ends up in an argument that no one wins. The post always comes out on top. And Jam finds out the hard way as his team is down by 2 again. Andy on it, but it's 50 wide. 80 seconds left to go. Nate trying to play it forward. Jam passes it out. It's right to Code. Up off the backboard. Andy forcing it wide. Now Code looking for the recenter. Jam will play it the other way. Huntu now up in the air again. Huntu down. Off the post. Jared keeps the 2-goal lead and may have secured the win. Nate off the corner. There's a demo. There's a clear. They may need a goal here, but Jared won't let them. He turns it around again. 40 seconds left to go. A 2-goal lead. And New York do not look like they're going to falter this time. The odd games are in their control, and they are keeping it that way. It's a back and forth battle, but the low seed will find the first upset of the playoffs and the closest game of the playoffs, as the New York Nightmare will push on to the top 4, and they will play Chicago next week. One more goal will headline it, just to make sure they know. As Nate finds that redirect, it will be 4-1 in the end. And it will be a 4-3 series. But what a win for New York. I'm sure they would have loved it to be a little bit easier, a little bit cleaner. But a win is absolutely a win. And that's what they will come out of this series with. Of course, we will ask about an interview, but a huge result for New York, as we will be able to take a look at the bracket to just see where that has things left off. And it is Chicago that are now the next target for the Nightmare after a huge 7-game win here. I mean, it couldn't really have been closer, could it? But they go back and forth, and they come out with the huge win. Now, we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with New York. It's a back-and-forth series, but you guys get a win in the first Game 7 of the postseason. How's it feel?
Feels pretty good, bro. We were low-key disconnecting. Ask Nate.
Dude, I disconnected at least like 4 times.
Not talking about the game, by the way.
Hated here.
Fair. I mean, why do you think this series was so back and forth? I mean, you guys won all the odd games. They won all the even games. Why is that?
Well, we were selling.
Okay.
Literally.
You should have heard the comms. I mean, wow.
Just tosses?
Yeah.
Fair enough. And then, what was it that allowed you guys to lock in to really just dominate that Game 7?
Huntu gave us motivation.
Oh?
Huntu gave us motivation.
Yeah? Did he?
Yeah, we kind of figured it was a mismatch since game 1.
Okay. So you felt like you guys were the better team, so you had to lock in to prove it? Is that
Sometimes.
okay? All right.
Oh, Nate,
Fair
bro,
enough.
when you talk, you have a mic, Nathaniel Nacosta.
That is not my last name.
All right. Pitt, how does it feel to watch your other team also make the semifinals?
It's a very nice feeling, Doggo. The comms are always fun over here. Um, we don't even know if our team's showing up before the match, so I'm glad this one was played out, and I think we are showing up against teams who are already written us off. So shout out Vice. He's my mortal enemy. I'm glad I usurped him tonight, and these guys deserve the win and all the glory because God. I don't think it should have been that close, but they still clutched up.
Amen.
I did just notice that. Yeah, Jam, you're not.
No,
Better
that's code.
switch
Yeah,
parties.
that's code.
Oh right.
Code.
Right.
Hey, yeah.
See, that's why I was
AKA
confused when I
Ronan.
clicked on the
That's his
channel
real
because
name.
I was like, wait, hold on. Why is that's
Wrong-
not the right
Code is-
team? But then
Code is
I'm
very
code.
tired. so
code's
he changed his
code's
profile.
looking a little different today, but it's fine.
Yeah. Do you have any
Yeah.
questions for Code? You know, or me?
Code, how does it feel to beat Jam specifically?
Pretty homosexual.
Yo,
What does that mean?
Hey.
All
You
right.
know,
it's from Switch.
I don't know if Code likes that answer.
he might like it. Then. Hold on, actually.
He said cut the interview. All right. I don't know if we'll be talking to Code anymore, guys.
Ooh.
Sleeping now.
well,
Yeah, hold on.
well,
Oh,
for the New York team, of course, Code, you're here too. You guys are up against Chicago next week for the semifinals. How do you feel about that matchup?
Wait, who's on Chicago?
Bruh.
Hallow, Wico, and Zach.
easy dubs.
We go. Yeah.
Okay. That's it?
We go, yeah.
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 I mean, here's the thing. As long as they show up on time, we're gonna be okay.
Mm. See, but
Yeah,
it's
my
against
fingers
you,
were
so
cold
they
in game
probably
1.
won't.
Exactly. Like all our games get delayed or canceled. It's so annoying. Why even make a
Wait, bro.
time at this point?
Yeah.
Wait, it's like an every week occurrence. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pretty
Shout
much.
out Andy
Yeah.
though. He's a pretty good player.
I mean, Code, you've seen it so many times here on this team.
Oh yeah, you're right. Is it the right?
Just a little sleepy.
Yeah, he's tired. You know, his memory kind of goes a little bit. It's fine. So, any thoughts beyond just Wico, or is that kind of the summary?
Who's that?
Oh, okay.
You know what?
My bad.
Rico finally broke his curse, but now we got to stop him from getting ever final. Start a
Okay.
new curse. So
Fair.
Rico no diff.
Hopefully,
Other two.
yeah. Hopefully, I could
Awesome.
stop Wico in the playoffs like last season.
Yeah. Well, I do think that's about all I have for you guys. So, congratulations on the big win, and good luck next week.
But thank you, Doggo.
Till then.
Absolutely. All right, and that does do it for this one. I mean, we're just gonna leave the VOD because it was a banger. It was a great game. So, but that was interesting. But yeah, that is going to do it for this series. Our first game 7, a very good match. We'll see how they fare against Chicago next week, but even though this would typically be the end of a normal week, because it's playoffs, we've given a couple teams extensions, so we got 2 games tomorrow night. It'll be Madison, Bedford at 7, and then Lincoln, Calgary at 9. We hope to see you back then for both of those games. Your final score here, though, one last time. New York 4, Santa Carla 3. We'll see you back tomorrow night.